Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on X, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content right now. $3.36 trillion for the market cap for crypto. The market's off by 0.1% at the time of recording this. Bitcoin right now, 98,200 plus. Ethereum, 2,700 plus. XRP at $2.66. We're off by 1% on the 24. We're up 4.5 on the 7-day here. Let's look at the range of price very quickly, ranging between 264, 274. We'll keep an eye on it. I do want to tell you, you could join the Freedom Zone. We're going in there today, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is go to any one of my videos, click the More button for the description box. You can see exactly where the YouTube link for the Patreon and the Patreon link for the Freedom Zone and the YouTube link for the Freedom Zone. And all you got to do is hit that button, join right there, and you will get all the daily videos with zero Google ads. Zero Google ads, and you will get extra content as well from the Freedom Zone. We're having all kinds of conversations in there, and it's really, really wonderful, and I really appreciate all the support from each and every one of you. We hope to see you inside. Right here, the latest, the SEC launches the Cyber and Emerging Technologies Unit to combat misconduct in emerging tech like AI, blockchain, and yes, crypto. Well, this is where I tell everybody, mind your P's and Q's out here. This isn't a free-for-all. Now, I know Melania and President Donald Trump released a coin, the First Lady, God bless them both. And I believe that stuff is memorabilia. I believe it's like a collectible, like a baseball card, and they should be able to do it. And we should too. And I'm excited about the opportunity of it. You can't even imagine what I got planned if they get this legally straight. But just remember, you know, he's the president, she's the First Lady. So I'm not taking chances like that till I see what the rules of the road are. But I'm excited about the possibilities that we can all take part in once we have that clarity. Look, I'm 53. I got to wait for the clarity. But God bless everybody living on the edge. You know, God bless them. Nonetheless, Ashley Prosper lays down a list here, says it's getting interesting, highlighting a list that I know that I've seen her put out quite a bit a while back here. Ripple XRP in 2025, SEC case finalized, IPO launch, UK Financial Conduct Authority license acquired, completion of US money transmitter licenses, XRP ETFs, BlackRock, Vanguard, XRP usage by every bank in Japan, links to Fed messaging service, links to automated clearinghouse. Remember the XRP DRs we've been covering? Tokenization, precious metals, oil, gas, etc. Major U.S. banks start using XRP. CBDC deployment worldwide using Ripple's network. Partnerships with Amazon, Google, Apple, etc. And so much more. No doubt about it. And shout out to her for that reminder of that list. What a list it is. Well, I think we're going to see a few things on that list. This is a quick reminder here of Howard Lutnick, who was recently confirmed as the Department of Commerce Secretary. And listen to what he said. I have to share something. I shared this earlier yesterday, but I want to share this again because I believe this is a narrative we all really need to spend time with if we're not already thinking of it this way.
Wants to do.
Take a listen.
Think about it. Donald Trump announces the External Revenue Service, and his goal is very simple. His goal is to abolish the Internal Revenue Service and let all the outsiders pay. I mean, this is someone who is focused on America. Let's drive down our waste, fraud, and abuse. I'll give you an example. Cruise ships. You ever see a cruise ship with an American flag on the back? They have flags of like Liberia or Panama. None of them pay taxes. None of them pay taxes. Every super tanker, none pays taxes. Alcohol, all foreign alcohol, no taxes. This is going to end under Donald Trump, and those taxes are going to be paid, and Americans' tax rates are going to come down. That's what Donald Trump wants to do. Balance our budget and cut our taxes. I mean, imagine a Democratic senator going against that. What planet are these people on?
Yeah, anyone at all, no doubt about it. It's a problem. But here's what I'll say, and I said this yesterday, but I want to say it again because I've been talking about it in the DPMG with my extended family in there. And listen, what I see happening here is the audit of every government agency for waste, fraud, and abuse, and now the audit of Fort Knox, and I would expect one for the private Central Reserve Bank to some degree. And I'd love to see them stripped of their autonomy to the level that they have it. But here's what I see taking place very quickly. Some people say, yeah, they're doing all that on one side, then they're doing all this other stuff on the other side. It's all connected. The reason they're doing it is for the obvious, to get rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse. That's obvious. But there's another reason why they're doing it. You do these things because you're about to tokenize and put every single bit in every agency of the government on blockchain where applicable. You do these things to get the waste, fraud, and abuse out of the system before you move it onto the new digital on-chain economy. That is absolutely what I see taking place here. Now, with that being said, we know the real USD's been launched, highly transparent, and very clean, this asset. It's not like Tether and other assets that have been used for a lot of bad things. It hasn't even really been used yet. It's new. It's fresh. Something's coming. And I tell you, I think it's going to be much bigger than a lot of people out here are prepared for. I really do believe that. Let's take a look at just what some is coming now. So we understand the connection now with this administration and Ripple and their technology. And I believe that extends into the understanding of XRP and the XRP ledger as well. But just for a highlight really quickly here, right? Back in the day, executive order, Steve Mnuchin was the Treasury Secretary. And what we know, they met with R3 and Ripple. Yeah, yes they did. And now we're coming up to 2025. President Trump is back in office. And here's Brad Garlinghouse and Stuart Alderati having dinner, beef bourguignon. And then here we see Donald Trump post 2 articles just a couple days ago highlighting Ripple and XRP and the Trump effect. That's what's happening. And this is what's happening too. Take a listen to Paul Barron, who's going to be at XRP Las Vegas, and we're super excited to have him. Shout out to you, Paul. He's crushing it.
Is very intriguing. One other area I want to take a look at is the Faster Payments Council. This is a government entity out there. And when you go in and look in and dig into their board and the members, we have somebody else showing up. This is James Selleck, also on Ripple. So tied into Faster Payments. You look further into, this was the Federal Reserve document that goes into the Faster Payments task force participants. And I'll zoom in on that. There's Ryan Zangone. He is, of course, also with Ripple. We haven't seen a ton of companies that are in the blockchain space in here, but Ripple is there. So again, more tied into faster payments. Remember, Ripple is cornerstone of where SWIFT was over the past 35 years. Ripple is kind of that new potential of being able to move money around the world. Could they go down to the retail level?
And see, that's exactly what I'm kind of talking about here. Shout out to Paul for that clip. You know, we've gone over a lot of that information over the years. You guys know that. But what I'm really saying here is that you look at the real USD, where it's at and how it's positioned. Ripple has said that they plan on using it for their enterprise clients early in 25. Well, that's any day. They're probably waiting for stablecoin legislation, which they say we may have as soon as April. What I find interesting about all of this is that couldn't we use this clean asset, this new stablecoin, real USD, right? Clean. We know it's going to be tracked. We know it's going to be highly transparent. It's a digital dollar. You know, I just see with them connected to the Fed now, you could see the real USD getting ramped up to levels that are just mind-blowing levels. I don't know how fast, but Fed now is Fed now. It's the back end of the entire domestic financial system in the United States. It's just remarkable. So here's the real USD, and then here is its sister in Brazil, the BBRL. Launched on the XRP ledger, the Brazilian real stablecoin. This is phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen, because this is what the XRP ledger is all about. The native token, as it was said by James Wallace, the head of XRP ledger engagement with central banks, however the title is, excuse me for messing it up. But James Wallace told us the native tokens on the XRP ledger is not XRP. That's a bridge asset. The native tokens are the stable coins and the CBDCs and the NFTs and all the other tokens. XRP just serves as a bridge and gas, right? So this is getting exciting. And now the European Central Bank looks to create a blockchain-based payment system. Oh, do tell. Well, when they go into it, obviously they don't tell you what they're thinking about using. We should all know that. But they definitely now are in a massive push, pounding the ground to make the move. They're going in, is what they're doing. This is what you see. They're moving in. There's growing sentiment that the technology behind cryptocurrencies will play a critical role in the evolving financial sector now that has the European Central Bank eyeing establishment of its very own blockchain-based payment system. You know, I don't know what they're using, but I do know that Ripple has private ledgers for central banks. Maybe they're one of them. After all, Smoke Dog shows us this right here. You go through all the language here, European ledger, other digital assets on a shared programmable platform from the same gentleman calling for the actual platform. T2S evolving into DLT-based single financial market infrastructure for Europe. Market participants would supply the content or the trains. T2S refers to the EU high-value payment system. Algorand, Target, Tips, you see it all right there. Now let's keep going. Trans-European Automated Real-Time Gross Settlement Express Transfer System, Target 2, in Europe, has set the pace for standardized payments between investment banks by leveraging virtual currency infrastructure such as Ripple. Stellar Algorand right up in there. I love seeing all of this. I don't know about you, but I'm getting super excited because this is the world I knew we were moving to, and I know you guys have known for years too. And now it is happening. And now it's starting to happen with global cooperation and coordinated effort because the U.S. is moving. I have said it for years now. The United States is the catalyst for the crypto bull cycle. Not bull run, bull cycle. Because we're going to be a while. The largest economy of the world is turning on the lights. The largest economy in the world is saying we're getting in the game. The largest economy in the world is the flip of the switch. And here's Ripple and Mica. Look at it. Ripple, Mica. You know, all of this matters. The European Central Bank, you know, the same one coming out with their own payment system, pounding the ground about it right now, right? The same one. And here they are talking about Ripple. Like Ripple's crypto-enabled payment solution. You know, I'm just showing these things because what else can we do except find these things that tell us we're very, very close here. I mean, maybe it's some other blockchains. I mean, maybe it's all Algorand. Maybe it's all Stellar. Maybe it's all, you know, I mean, I don't know. But I tell you what, I love what I'm seeing, and I think you guys get it. Take a listen here. I tell you what, you're going to love this.
Of course, liquidity is a big issue. It's a big issue for any sort of financial markets, and the deeper liquidity pools across the world, the more seamless that we can move that value. Custody, very important. Settlements, lending products as well. I mean, it really runs the gamut. And again, we are looking at and studying all, but we're very focused on moving value right now. And we think the liquidity piece is core to all of this. We have seen full circle in that these financial institutions now are the ones that are interested, driving, taking their own initiatives, looking for advice, and certainly a big part of this movement. And if you think about, even as we'll talk about the agenda over the couple of days here, the financial institutions are very much a part of this agenda. Of course, liquidity is a big issue. It's a big issue for any sort of financial markets, and the deeper liquidity pools across the world, the more seamless that we can move that value. Custody, very important. Settlements, lending products as well. I mean, it really runs the gamut.
My apologies, it went past me there. But you know what? It was the end that I was trying to catch and miss right here.
The financial institutions are very much a part of this agenda.
Financial institutions are very much a part of this agenda, so forgive me for letting that wrap. But the reality is that this is exactly what we're looking at. Financial institutions, governments, for goodness sakes, nations are moving towards this now. That, to me, is about as good as it gets right there, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to see where this goes by the end of this year, let alone in the next year and beyond. Look, that's going to do it for me. We're going into the Freedom Zone. Just click that join button and come on in. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's get into this thing. Let me get this fired up here for us so we can get it going. Yeah, we're going to start right here.